seems to me that you're working a lot and you started a few years ago. How satisfied are you by the way things are going for you?
Oh, I can't complain. And if I do, you should just kick me in the head, maybe. Things are good. You know, I've been having a really good time. I like this movie making stuff. It's a lot of good fun. Good all American Christian fun.
Tell me about Mary a little. There are all these guys obsessed about her. And what's her reaction to this obsession? I think she deals very well with all these 4 or 5 crazy guys obsessed with her.
Well, because she doesn't know what's going on around her, because she's just completely oblivious to sort of what's happening. I find Mary to be sort of, she's a smart girl. She's, you know, she's got a lot going for her. She's a doctor. She's, you know, very on top of that. But I don't think that she's a very perceptive person. So she kind of misses everything that's going on around her when it comes to, you know, behavior as it is, because I think that comes from her having, you know, her brother being sort of, you know, being mentally disabled and his behavior being erratic, and the people that she spent her time around sort of having that that ability, that she just sort of is accepting of people. And
what makes her so sensitive to handicapped people?
well, because she's grown up with her brother, you know, being such a huge part of her life, and the biggest part of her life, really, that she, you know, I think that she just loves him so much and knows how much warmth and how much fulfilling that can be to have somebody like that in your life, that, you know, she just is thankful for it.
So Cameron, in comedy, is it hard to accomplish good comedy? And I would like to know if the jokes are more important than the characters sometimes.
Well, see, that's the line that's hard. You know, that's the tightrope that you walk. With the Fairleys, what it is, I think, is that, you know, they've done Kingpin and Dumb and Dumber, which were slightly, the characters weren't as important as the joke. And I knew coming into this film, they wanted to have characters that were important to the people, to the audience. And they wanted a love story that, you know, people could get really involved with, as well as have the comedy. So, you know, that was sort of the goal of this film, and so, you know, that was sort of my responsibility, and Ben's and Matt's and everybody, is to sort of keep these characters real, as real people that people cared about, and also deliver the jokes, the funnies. So.
And working with Matt?
Working with Matt was great. Yeah, it was nice. It was we got to spend time together and do something that was, in a surprising way, it was actually not so much pressure for us, because we were doing something that was so far away from who we were that there wasn't the pressure of actually being ourselves on camera for people. So.
Talking about being, but I read that you're very much like Mary. Is that true?
Well, you know, I mean, that's a rumor that's going around, but you know, you can't really believe everything you read. No, I think that, I don't know, I mean, she certainly looks a whole lot like me, which is, I'm starting to wonder, you know. But I'd have to say, I don't know, I think we share some of the same qualities.
Yeah, she's great. I would like to know, considering that I know you went to Europe with Matt, and then all the paparazzis were following you around, how hard is it to preserve your privacy, being on the public eye? And if you can tell us, what do you have to do to be able to?
Well, it's a difficult thing. I mean, that's something that you just sort of find your footing with as you go along. I mean, who knows how to handle it, really. I mean, it's not something that you ever really, you don't go through life going through training for it, you know. It's just one day it's not there and the next day it is. And so you just sort of find your way as you go along and try to figure out what feels comfortable to you, and make it work that way in your life.